New brushes, I got new brushes. I can't wait to open it. I got new brushes. Hi guys, and welcome back to Make Up My World. Today I have for you a new subscription, and I have been waiting quite a while to be able to sign up for the subscription, but they weren't taking new subscribers for quite a while. I don't know if they just didn't have any product or enough product, or if just the popularity of the program was just so high that they couldn't keep up with demand. So I got an email from Live Glam saying that they were opening up subscriptions so that you could sign up, and I wanted to do so before it ended up closing again because demand was too high. I was able to sign up for the MorpheMe monthly brush club. If you guys like makeup as much as I do, the thing that you know is essential to doing makeup is some good brushes. And I've heard nothing but amazing things about Morphe brushes, and I've never ever owned one. I have Sigma brushes, I have Real Techniques, I have MAC brushes, I've got IT Cosmetic brushes, I've got so many different types of brushes, but I'd never ever gotten my hands on Morphe brushes. And it's kind of funny because their showroom or their store is actually in California. So when they had the opportunity to sign up for the subscription open up again, I jumped right on there and ordered myself a monthly subscription. Cool thing about the subscription is that it is only $19.99 per month. And if you pay an annual fee, if you pay all of that $19.99 in an annual payment, you also get a free palette, as well as right now, I think for the month, they're doing 8 free brushes in addition to the ones that you're going to get monthly. So you have the opportunity to get a lot more perks doing an annual versus a monthly membership, but it's completely the same cost. It's completely the same prices. You don't get a discount in price by doing it annually, but you just lock yourself in and you're for sure going to get all of the 12 months worth of brushes. You also can do $19.99 per month on a month-to-month basis and cancel anytime you want. The other perk of being a MorpheMe subscriber is the fact that you get videos using the brushes that they send you each month, and you have no idea what's in the package. You pay $19.99 and you're guaranteed to get at least $30 worth of brushes in the pack. So I love that they not only send you great brushes. I mean, I'm a subscriber of other services, and you don't automatically get a video of how to use the items that you received in the mail. So I like that they also added that as a perk. On top of that, you also get member only kind of sales or specials emailed to you as well. So when I signed up this past week, I thought, okay, great, I'll get my brushes. They came in a couple days. And I also got an email saying that they have a sale for this MorpheMe palette that has been sold out for quite some time, and they're only releasing it for MorpheMe subscribers. So if you guys are interested in this program, I will link it off below how to sign up at the website for Live Glam, and you guys can check it out yourself. The other thing that this company also provides is if you're interested in learning how to apply makeup, if you're looking to get certified, or just get certified because you want to get really good discounts on makeup brands out there, they do have a program for that, and you can do that completely online. So I'll link all of that information down below. I'm really excited to get into my brush pack, so why don't I go ahead and open it up. So let's see what we got. Oh my goodness. Look at how many brushes came in that little pack. I mean, for $20, let me flip these ones right side up. Look at how many there are. Okay, so let's go through each of these. Okay, so the first brush in the collection is the Morphe M208, and it says that this is the Chisel Deluxe Fluff, and it's made out of sable hairs. The bristles are a 1/2 inch long, and the full length of the brush is 7 1/4 inches long. So I can definitely see using this to apply a brow highlight right there, to get pack color right there on the lid. I can even see getting into the side of the nose right there to do a contour if you wanted to do a really strong contour. It's a really super soft brush. I like that the handle of the brush has a little bit more bulk right through there, so when you're holding it, it sits well, it's weighted well in your hand. And if you have a little bit of carpal tunnel or you have some arthritis in your hand, it'll sit nicely. It's kind of like one of those little things that you put onto a pen, like those little rubbery or eraser like things that you put on a pen or pencil to give it a little bit more bulk so it's more comfortable to hold. This has that naturally. It's just made into the brush. The ferrule is made really well. It's not wiggly, and you don't see any loose hairs, and it doesn't look like any of them are shedding off when I pull a little bit on them. And the brush is super soft. So I'm really liking the first brush that is in the collection. Okay, the second brush that came in the pack is this one right here. It's the M167 oval shadow brush, and it is very densely packed. It's a really thin brush, and it's one of those that you can get into wet or dry product and really pack it in there on the lid and get a lot of control over where you're placing the product. I do like how soft the bristles are. They're again made of sable, and the bristles are 3/8 of an inch long, and the brush is 6 1/4 inches in length. So it is a nice long brush, and again it has just a little bit of heft right there in the handle, so it makes it nice and easy to hold when you're applying eyeshadow. So this is a nice, great little eyeshadow brush. Okay, so the third brush that came in this month's subscription pack is the M209 Chisel Pointed Fluff, and you can see that it is a larger paddle eyeshadow brush. It has a little bit of a bevel on either side of the bristles. It does give it more of a point through here. It is a looser bristled eyeshadow brush, so this looks like it would be good for applying shadow lightly, blending it in, and it's super soft. Again, it is made of sable bristles. The bristles are 5/8 of an inch long. It's nice and lightweight, and something that looks like it would just blend a product really well, especially when you're going and doing maybe a blend on a cut crease. You want to have precision, but at the same time you want to be able to have it blend well. This looks like a brush that will be able to do that. Okay, the fourth brush that came in this month's subscription is this one right here, and it is the M215 brow brush. It has synthetic bristles right there at the end, and they are really sharply angled right there. It has a nice point to it, and it is stiff. It is not one of those that are gonna give a lot. It's gonna give you really specific and really sharp application when you're doing your brows. You don't really want a wiggly brush when you're applying your brows. You want to be able to have a lot of control over the product, and this one looks like it'll give a lot of control. It is nice and stiff, but at the same time the bristles feel soft to the touch. I have another brush I used to use for my brows from Sedona Lace, and it too has really stiff bristles, but this one was very rough bristles. They ended up splitting a lot because they didn't have any give, and it felt more like a brush, like a hair brush, rather than a makeup brush when I was applying product. So I ended up replacing it. I'm still yet to find a brow brush that I absolutely love. I'll definitely give this M215 a try and see if it's going to make my brush Hall of Fame. The bristles on this brush are 1/4 of an inch long, and the actual brush length itself is 6.5 inches. So I can't wait to give this one a try. I am so excited for this next brush. It is the M200, and it is a deluxe crease brush. Can you see? Again, it looks like it's made of sable bristles. It is dome shaped, fluffy brush, and it is going to be perfect for blending. I mean, it is nice and soft. It has a lot of give, so it won't sit there and just be stiffly on the eye when you're blending things out. I mean, look at how it moves. It's going to move and blend out that product. So if you're really looking for something to smoke out the outer corner or get into that crease and give you a nice wash of color, this one I think would lay down a real sheer transition color really quickly because it's massive, but at the same time it looks like it'll just blend out the tops of things and get all of that product to transition into one another beautifully, kind of like a sunset. with this kind of brush. I mean, I love my blending brushes. I have gobs of them, and I am so excited to add this to my collection and try this one out. The bristles on this are 3/4 of an inch long, and the entire length of the brush is 6 7/8 inches long. So it is a nice sized brush. It's not overly large, and it will definitely give you a lot of control holding on to it. So this is definitely going to be one of my favorite brushes, I can tell you right now, just from my experience with brushes. Love it. Okay, so the next brush that comes in the subscription bag is the M217, and as you can see, it is an angled liner brush. It is again a synthetic bristle, and the bristles are 1/4 of an inch long. The entire length of the brush is 6 5/8 inches long. It's a nice little lightweight eyeliner brush. It is perfect for those liquid liners, getting in there with gel liners. It'll get there right next to the lash line and give you a nice sharp flick at the end. It is a very small bristle, and I think once it gets into product, it'll get even more of a sharp point. And so I'm liking that. It is just a little bit flexible, so it's not so hard that it feels like it's going to drag the product. It'll lay it down nicely, but we'll go ahead and work with this and see how well it performs. I have a couple of other angled brushes that I wasn't too thrilled with, so I'm curious to see how this one stacks up and give it a try. So again, this is the M217. The next brush is the M173, and this is the mini buffer. This is a synthetic brush. You can see the dual fibers right there, and it's definitely going to be one that you can use to blend product in. I think this would work wonderfully with cream bases or cream eyeshadows to get that on and really feather it out. And I think I'm also curious if this would work for packing on concealer right there. It reminds me a lot of my Sigma Kabuki brush in a very small form, but it has a lot more flexibility, which I was really looking for in the Sigma brushes, and it didn't have that. They were a lot more dense, and this one has a lot more movement to it. So I'm curious to see if it's going to be able to place the product and not feel like I'm just stamping on product, but actually placing and blending it out. The bristles are 1 inch full length, and the actual brush length is 7 1/8 inches long. So it is a nice substantial handle. It's thick, just as thick as the bristles are, so it gives it a nice little weight. And I think that even contouring in the nose, or a really strong contour right here, it'll work wonderfully for. So I can't wait to try this one out too. So the last brush that's included in this month's subscription bag is the M176 tapered blender, and I was just saying about this one that it's going to be perfect for concealer. This one is actually going to be the one that I want to use for that. It's just a nice paddle brush. It's definitely got a nice little point. Look at how nicely it's gonna fit right in there. I mean, it's super soft. It is sable. It is just, look at right through here, there. It's going to apply that concealer and blend it out so nicely. I have been using flat foundation brushes, you know, the smaller ones. I've been using my fingers. I've been using a beauty blender, but you really want to get a nice dense brush, but that has a little bit of movement in it, so you can get in there, pat it on, and then also blend it out. So I cannot wait to give this brush a try. The bristles are 1 inch long, and the entire length of the brush is 7 inches. And again, it has a little bit of bulk right there at the end of the brush next to the ferrule. And it's nice and wide to be able to grip onto and while you're applying and blending out your concealer. So I think that this is going to be a great addition to my collection. Okay, so as far as first months of subscription whatevers go, I think I lucked out with this one. Look at how many brushes I got in this month's bag. I mean, how can you go out and pay $19.99 for 8 high quality brushes? I don't think you really will. I mean, I'm not seeing any negatives about the brushes I was sent. all of them look like they would definitely fit into my brush collection. They look like they're made very well. I will definitely be using them, washing them, reusing them, seeing how well they stand up to the test of time, and I'll come back and let you guys know how they're working. Probably when next month's bag arrives, I will let you guys know how these ones are holding up. But I'm just really impressed that for $19.99 I ended up getting some really nice brushes for 20 bucks. If you're interested in joining the MorpheMe subscription service, I will link it off below. You guys can go check it out and see if it's worth your while. I will definitely give these bad boys a try and let you know how I feel about them, how they hold up. I've heard nothing but great things about Morphe brushes, and I'm really excited to see if I can get a palette or two and try them out as well, because you know, who wouldn't like a little bit more eyeshadow in their life? So if I pick any of that up, I will let you guys know and share it with you, obviously. If you guys have any questions about the brushes, please leave them in the comments below. If you're new, just stopping by, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. As always, I hope you guys just love yourselves, be kind to yourselves, treat yourself with the subscription, and don't ever be afraid to be your perfectly imperfect you. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now. Thank you for watching. Click on the video above to get another glimpse into my world. And don't forget to visit my website, makeupmyworld.com, for more details on me and the products reviewed here today. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. My details are below. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.